Hello everybody and welcome back to the Empire Let's Play series. This place is an absolute disaster. Just looks like garbage right now, but I think by the end of the episode, things are going to be looking really good. If you remember last week, we did a little bit of work getting prepared to build our Taiga Village. Still need to tear down the old space, but we'll do that after we move the villagers out. This is where the new village is going to be. And I did a little bit of work sort of laying things out, kind of defining where some of the spaces are going to be. And like I'd said, I want to use some actual trees as structural elements in the build. I think it'll be real cool and look real woodsy. I think I primarily want to work in spruce, deep slate, a little bit of copper, maybe a little bit of oak. This is where the road will come in. These will mostly be where the villagers will live. And then this right here is where we're going to live. And then I'd said last episode we're going to do one little surprise element. And that is going to be a bridge across this chasm. And then we'll have another structure over here. I think it'll look really cool and really dramatic. So let's go ahead and round up some materials. See what we can figure out. This here is the kind of thing I had in mind. So deep slate, spruce, trees built into the structure. I think I'm going to do podzol as the primary path or roadway through this village. And then I kind of want to use some planks. We're going to mix it up a little bit. So we'll do some deep slate, some variations of deep slate, and some spruce. And I think I'm also going to vary the height of some of these buildings, so some will be a little taller than others. Real happy with how this has turned out. When we walk in, we have this nice podzol floor with some planks to give it some structure. And I did a mix of copper doors and spruce doors just to give it some interest. Same thing with the roofs. I did the copper roof and the spruce roof. I did get some use out of all of that oak we had. I used some of it in the path. I used some of it in the floors. And one thing I've never done before in the villages is I put a ceiling in every single building just to kind of finish it a little bit. And I used oak for the ceilings. So these are all just a little bit different. And then when we turn the corner, this turned out to be a little bit larger of a space. And so I decided this is what we're going to use as our home base here. We turn in this direction. We've got a couple more buildings here. And then here is where we're going to build the bridge. there we have it. I really like this. The copper accents, I think, look really neat, like it's doing something to support this long bridge over this big chasm. We've got the copper lights in here. And then I went ahead and put the bell over here. Since there wasn't really like a center of the village, I thought this might be an interesting experiment to see what do they do. Next step is we need to get those villagers over here. I did round up a few workstations, and I've put some of them in here, so if we find more workstations, we'll move those over, and we'll also grab the beds as we encounter them. So let's see what this guy does here. Okay, seems pretty lost. Let's see if we can lure him over with a workstation. There's one. See if we can get this whole gaggle out of here. Okay. It's going to take a while, but it's working. Okay, he figured it out. He figured it out. Nice. I think there's two more of them out here. There's one. Boy. Well, this guy seems to be broken. Doesn't understand that this is not the village. And then the other one, not sure where that one ran off to. But I think that's okay. We've got a bunch of them in here. And they are making iron golems like crazy. Very cool. Yeah, this guy has no idea. Well, this has turned out really, really well. Let's see if we can hop on our ghast and get an aerial view of this thing. Oh, there's the other guy. Well, let's get the snowball out. Get a little bit of elevation. There we have it. Nice looking little village right on the precipice of this ravine. And then we've got this bridge that actually goes across the ravine to extend the village over there. Very, very cool. I do like how the trees are sort of integrated into some of the buildings. It just really ties it right into the forest. Now these over here, we still need to remove, do a little cleanup, and then replant trees in this big area here. Between episodes, I'm going to go ahead and tear down these old village buildings. And the next episode, we'll update our maps, we'll name this village, and do a little bit more exploration in our world. And that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. If you want to be like these folks and help support the channel, click join or scan the code on the screen. And thanks for watching. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure. And I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.